friends, welcome to another episode of Discovery Squad. Today is a very special episode. It's October, and October is a very special month for us here at the ARC because it's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. So today we're going to talk about what Down syndrome is, some of my friends who have Down syndrome, and how you can be more inclusive in your school and community. Down syndrome? Well, there's actually 3 different kinds of Down syndrome, but the Down syndrome that we know the most, or the most common form, is called trisomy 21. I know, that's a really big word, so let me explain what's going on. When you're a little baby in your mom's stomach, you have so much going on, figuring out what your eye color is going to be, what your hair color, and what you're going to look like, and all of those things are being decided by what's called chromosomes. Now, your mom gives 23 chromosomes and your dad gives 23 chromosomes, but sometimes there's an extra chromosome that helps make up that baby. And that is how we have Down syndrome. That little extra chromosome that sneaks in there is what makes a child have Down syndrome. Let's talk about what Down syndrome is. Down syndrome is not scary. It just means that these individuals are a little different. They might look a little different. There's some factors that you can see, such as their eyes, their tongue, their mobility, their face shape. Some of that is all things that you could tell perhaps that person has Down syndrome. But it doesn't make them any less of a person. In fact, some of my very best friends in the entire world have Down syndrome, and I'm really not concerned about it. It's not the most important thing. What is important is remembering that people with Down syndrome are people first. They matter, they do great things, they have jobs here, they go to school with you, they're out in your community, and they are some of the best friends you will ever have. Sometimes when a person looks at someone with Down syndrome, they tend to think that a person with Down syndrome might not understand what they're saying, might not understand school, or might not be able to have a conversation with you, and that's actually not true. While a person with Down syndrome might need some extra time, or they might need you to help explain what you're trying to say or what you want them to do, many times they can do anything we can, and they want to do anything we can. They want to do well in school, they want to play sports and be in plays and all the other things that we like to do. They just need some extra help to get there sometimes. It's really important that we treat people with Down syndrome just like we treat any of our other friends. Sure, there might be times when we need to slow down what we're saying or we need to explain it in a different way, but for the most of the time, really you can just hang out with someone with Down syndrome just like you hang out with your other friends. Down syndrome is not contagious. You cannot get Down syndrome by hanging out with someone with Down syndrome. You can't develop Down syndrome later on. It's something that's decided when you're a baby and you have Down syndrome for the whole rest of your life if you're born with Down syndrome. In next week's episode, we're going to go over some of the myths that you might believe about Down syndrome, and we're going to do a fun little Mythbusters episode to really talk about some of the lies that people sometimes think about Down syndrome, and we're going to tell you the truth and kind of help you get to know our friends with Down syndrome. In the meantime, I encourage you, if you know someone with Down syndrome, give them a shout out, comment below, or even just call them and let them know that you are happy they are in your life. I'm sure they'd love to hear it from you. And if you have Down syndrome, we love you. We love that you are different, and we love that little extra chromosome that makes you unique. Never apologize for having Down syndrome. You are valuable, you are unstoppable, and you are loved by everyone here at the ARC. Until next time, have a great week, and we'll see you soon.